Lovely viewers, how are you guys doing today? Today we have this and that. I was tagged by Johana Maysonet. She is so sweet. I really love her channel. She's a new YouTuber like me. She does unboxings and she is always there commenting on my videos, and I totally appreciate her tagging me for this. So let's go ahead and get right into it. There were 11 questions and I added 4 just for fun. And at the end of this, after I go through my this and that, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about September 11th. I sat down like 3 times yesterday to try to film this, and I just couldn't do it. It's a sad day for me. And so after I get through this, I'm gonna try to talk about my story about September 11th, where I was. I was a flight attendant at the time, and I will tell you my story. If you're interested in that, then stay till the end of the video. And if you just wanna hear the answers to my questions, then just watch the beginning. So let's go ahead. The first question is jeans and a t-shirt or a suit. I live in casual clothes. I wear jeans and a t-shirt or shorts. I don't wear a suit. Sometimes at work I'll wear like a blazer over my dress, or I'll wear a skirt, but that's work and I'm not that comfortable in it. So I always pick casual, comfortable clothes. Question number 2, a dress or pants. My regular life, I live in pants and shorts, but for some reason at work, I pretty much 99% of the time wear our work dress. We have a dress where you can wear a skirt or pants with like a blouse and like a blazer or a vest. And I don't like all those pieces. I do not ever iron. And so I live in the dress, and it's just a one-piece dress. You can throw a sweater over it if you're cold, and it's comfortable. So third question, formal or casual? I am 100% a casual girl. I'm sure you can tell by my videos and my t-shirts and what I wear on camera. All right, question number 4, sandals or high heels? I live in sandals or sneakers. I don't even wear high heels at work. I wear, yes, I'm that frumpy girl, I wear Dansko clogs. Do you know what they are? They're those like Dutch, like real bulky looking shoes, and that's what I live in at work. They're really good for your back and your alignment and your feet. And at work, and as a flight attendant, sometimes we have 13-hour duty days where you're like at work 13 hours, and God forbid there's a mechanical or a weather delay, and you can go on duty up to 15 hours before you actually go illegal for that day and get a hotel room. So I have long days, and I insist on having comfortable feet at work. All right, next question, question 5, makeup or none? At work, I wear makeup every single day. At home, I only wear it if I'm going out, and then sometimes if I'm going to the grocery store, I won't. But if I'm gonna be around people I know, like friends, I definitely wear makeup, but as you guys know, I usually do pretty natural makeup anyway, so maybe sometimes it doesn't really look like I have that much makeup on. All right, next question, open concepts or separate rooms? I really love like a great room, like a big sprawling great room where the living room goes into the dining room, which kind of is open to the kitchen. And the house that we live in now has even more, like this on the other side of this wall that I'm filming on is an open kind of a loft area, and up here's our office, and that door goes to the master bedroom. So we've got a very open floor plan, and I really like to have all that open space. Question 7, electric or gas? I'm 100% electric. I don't remember us ever having a gas stove, and I don't really know if I know what to do with gas. I know it's supposed to be better, and actually like really good chefs and people like that really only like to cook on gas, but we've always just had electric, so that's what I'm used to. Question 8, sun porch or deck? I'm 100% a deck girl, and when I picture deck, I live in the mountains. We've got like a 3-level deck, and it's all got views of our mountains, and I love going out on the deck and just looking at the view, and maybe sitting out there and having my coffee. And sun porch, I think more of like, I grew up in upstate New York, Syracuse, and my aunt had this great sun porch, and a lot of people there have sun porches, maybe because it's colder, and maybe because of bugs, because if you're in a sun porch, then it's usually screened in, so you can have the windows open all around you, and you can go sit out there and not mess with bugs. We don't have mosquitoes in Colorado, at least at my house, so we usually just leave the door wide open all summer. The dogs go in and out, and we don't have to worry about mosquitoes. So that's another reason why a sun porch isn't really necessary where we live. Next question, farmhouse kitchen or galley kitchen. And when I think of galley, I picture like a real small like apartment kitchen, and I like a big kitchen. So I would say farmhouse kitchen would be my choice for that question. Question 10, modern or rustic. I like modern, like clean lines and modern colors. I prefer that. Question 11, retro or antique. And I don't really know if I like either, so I guess I'd pick retro. We don't have a lot of antique furniture or anything. I do like the way some really pretty wood antique furniture looks, but I guess for me, I would say retro. And then I added a couple questions just for fun. Question 12, I added sweet or savory. What do you guys crave when you're craving a snack? And I usually, I actually go for both. I like chips and I like ice cream. So I would say both sweet and savory. And then question 13, what would be your favorite thing if you could only eat like one food, like forever? What would you pick? And I would say pizza. I love pizza. I could eat pizza anytime. Love vegetable toppings. So that would be the thing I would pick. Question 14, what do you have in the morning? Do you have coffee or do you have tea? What's your favorite hot beverage? And I love coffee. I do sometimes try to drink tea. I do think it's a little healthier, and I have been using that Teamy skinny tea every once in a while if I think of it. But I do love a cup of coffee with cream and sugar in the morning. It's kind of like my comfort thing. Helps get my day going. So I do love coffee. And question 15, this will be my last one, cats or dogs. And I love both. I love all animals. I would have like a million animals if my husband would let me. But right now we only have dogs. We had a cat that my husband and I got when we first started dating and getting serious. We had her for 18 years and she just passed away in February, and I really did love Bailey. She was my sweetheart. She was the best cat ever. And I love both cats and dogs, but right now I guess I would just say dogs. We just have 2 dogs and they're the best. I do love dogs. They love you. My Zeus is sleeping right here and he's so sweet. Let me see. Can I turn this and show you guys? There's Zeus. So anyway, so those are my questions, and I'm gonna tag a few people. I'm gonna put their channels down below in the comments. I'm gonna tag Joylyn Grindle. She is super sweet. She's a new YouTuber like me. I really like her videos and her content. And then also Becky's Empty Nest. She is also a small YouTuber. She's just getting started out. She has really great videos. I also like Lynn's Beauty Stash. She's got good videos. And then Jade XOXO Beauty. I like watching her videos. And then Southern Belle is fun to watch. She does a lot of get ready with me, makeup, unboxings, and all that stuff. And then also Tiffany wears t-shirts. She is fun. She does all kinds of things, and she's super into Halloween, and she's gonna do a lot of stuff for Halloween. Oh, and last one, My Chosen Life. I just found her too. She is really good and she's really sweet. I love supporting out other small YouTubers, and I appreciate all of you guys because I know all of you guys have checked out my channel. You're very interactive, you comment, you like, and subscribe, and I appreciate everybody being on my tiny little YouTube channel. I feel like half the time I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm growing and I'm trying to get better, and I appreciate you guys being here and watching my videos while I work through that process on video. So you guys are great. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you to all my subscribers. And now I'm going to talk about September 11th. I work for, I don't normally say the airline I work for, but I do work for American Airlines. I was hired in 1998, and I went through training in the summer and ended up getting based in Chicago. I was there for 7 months, and then I transferred to Miami, and I was based in Miami for a bunch of years. And in September of 2001, I was based there. And I had a trip to LA on September 10th, and my friend Jeannie, who was in my training class, had a trip. I think she had the same exact trip actually the next day on September 11th. And I talked her into trading onto my trip so we could work together. So on September 10th, we flew from Miami to Los Angeles on a 777, which is a big airplane. It's got, dual aisle, it's big, it's a great airplane. And we were in Los Angeles and we had a 28-hour layover, and anyway, we were there together. And Then I got a phone call the next morning on September 11th. We were on West Coast time, so our time zones were different than everything that was happening on the East Coast. And I got a phone call at 8 o'clock in the morning, and it was a friend who's also in the airline, and they basically said, you need to turn on the TV and I'll call you back. And so I did that, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was horrific. And the fact that it involved two of my airplanes and my crew members, people that work for my company, it was just horrible. And it was just so surreal. We were laying over, we've changed hotels since then, but we were laying over at the Westin in Long Beach, California, out there in Los Angeles. And the horrible thing about what went on during those days that I was stuck out there in Los Angeles is that we had the two crews that worked Flight 11 and Flight 77. They worked that flight on September 10th. So they missed it by one day, and then they were supposed to take those two airplanes that never made it to Los Angeles. They were supposed to take those two airplanes and fly back to Boston and New York. And it was just so emotional. There was a bunch of us. There were so many crew members at that hotel. That hotel treated us amazing. They set up this huge room that just had the TV going basically 24 hours a day. They put snacks in there. They just gave us a place where we could all get together and talk and just kind of like, I don't know, be sad together and just go over what we were feeling. How is everybody doing? And it was just so sad because Boston is a very small base, and the people that were laying over with us, obviously they knew that whole crew that had died. And I don't know, I still try not to cry. I get sad thinking about September 11th. Every year on September 11th, it's just, it's a very hard emotional day. And then I was reading comments yesterday, and I was like, I need to make this video. And I'm like, I can't do it. But we ended up being stuck in California. My crew was the first crew to leave out of all those American Airlines crews that were at that hotel. We were there for 5 or 6 days, and they kept saying, for some reason they picked our flight. We had flown the transcon from Miami to LA. We were supposed to take another 777 and work back from LA to Miami. And they kept going, oh, you're gonna go, like every day. You guys are gonna go at noon. No, you're gonna go at 3. And then they'd be like, oh no, you're gonna go tomorrow. And they would push it back. And for some reason, it was always our flight was gonna be the first to leave. I don't know why. But finally, they said, you're gonna go today. And they kept delaying it. And it ended up being like, I think we left there at like 10 o'clock at night. And we were the first crew to leave, like I said. They brought the van that comes and takes us to the airport, and all the other crews came out and were hugging us and said goodbye. Oh, it was so sad. It was like, I don't know. So it was a very sad day for everyone in the airline industry, and I know for our whole country. But that was my story. September 11th, we did end up successfully finally flying that day. We flew back to Miami. We got there about 6 o'clock in the morning. But it was just so weird getting back on an airplane again and knowing we were probably one of the first flights that, you know, operated commercially. I know there were other flights that were like charter that did fly around a little bit back then. And we had all these people, and it was like, for some reason, there weren't a lot of Americans on that airplane. And I know people were stuck for days. They were, you know, because things were canceled for 5 and 6 days. And they got on, and a lot of them they just weren't Americans. And I don't think they felt the same emotions we did. And they were kind of like, oh, look, it's a 777. Can we go look up here? And I'm like, no, you need to go sit down and just sit down. The whole flight, this is not fun for anybody. And we did end up making it to Miami, and then I had a few days off, and I finally got back on an airplane and continued my career, which I've been doing now for 22 years. My anniversary was on August 21st, so I started my 23rd year on August 21st. So anyway, I hope that we never have to live through anything like that again. That was horrible, so sad. It just shook the nation, and I know it just shook the whole airline industry beyond repair. Like, I mean, we still talk about it, think about it. Everyone knows where they were on September 11th and what they were doing. And it's something that, you know, you'll never forget. And I know probably a lot of you guys have stories too of where you were and what you were doing, but that is my airline story of September 11th. And I just wanted to tell you guys, just in case you're wondering, but I love you guys so much. I appreciate you being here. If you stayed all the way to the end of this video, you are a true superstar. You're my superstar, and I love you guys so much. Bye, my lovely viewers. Hope you have a great day.